Hey guys, welcome back. So today I've got my review on the new Sephora plus Pantone Universe products. So I got 3 of the products from the collection. I picked up the eyeshadow palette and the blush palette and also the matte lip cream. So I know that at this point this video may kind of be old news because there's been a lot of videos out already on this collection, but I knew that I'd already kind of told you guys that I was going to do a review. I do already have a blog post, so I'll link that down below for you guys. So I just thought, well, I'll go ahead and film and upload the video, and whoever cares about watching it can watch it. So I was really excited about this collection. I get super excited about the Sephora and Pantone Universe stuff. I got really into it last year with Radiant Orchid, and I was super excited about these things. So I really narrowed it down to only get these 3. I was eyeing the other lip set and the cheek like stick thing. That looks amazing, but I tried to be good and get the 3 products. So first off, just Marsala in general, I think it's a great color. I don't think that it's necessarily a fun color or anything like that, but I think it's a beautiful color. I've got like my Marsala themed top on today. I think it's a really pretty color because it pairs nicely with other things, and it's a really flattering color on a lot of people. So, and it's also really trendy right now with the whole kind of 90s thing that's going on and the whole trend of the 90s. So I think it's a great color. I think they chose well, and I'm excited about it. So yeah, so I've got 3 products here, so let's get into the review. Okay, first let's start with the eyeshadow palette. So this is what the outside packaging looks like. Really beautiful. I just love it. The price of this palette is $39, and you get 24 eyeshadows that are a ½ gram each. I love the packaging. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you the palette or the blush palette. We'll see, because it is just super reflective, but we'll see. Let me get it out. Okay, so here's the palette. So you can see, I mean, it's a beautiful rose gold, but I mean, you can see it is crazy reflective because there's my tripod, there's my light stand, I mean, here's my hand. I mean, it is just crazy reflective, and it does pick up like every fingerprint, and it looks really dirty really easily, so that's kind of the one negative I would say about it. But I mean, I think it's really pretty. I just wish it wasn't quite so reflective. But let me show you the eyeshadows inside. So this is what they look like. I think they did a really nice job of giving us Marsala colors, but also some great neutrals that pair really nicely with the Marsala shade. But then also they gave contrasting colors to the Marsala color as well. So it's kind of like the idea that if you have blue or green eyes, these kind of colors are really going to bring out your eye color. So I think it's really cool that they did the contrasting thing as well, because it just makes it a more interesting palette. These are smaller than last year's Radiant Orchid eyeshadow colors. Here's Chester in my lap. So it's smaller, so just kind of know that. Here he is. But I like that this palette is smaller than last year's because it just makes it better for, you know, travel and just using. It's just easier to hold and use, and you can see it kind of in comparison to my hand. I would hold up my other hand, but I have a Chester in my lap. So let me show you some swatches. Okay, so here are the swatches for the first 2 rows. So this is the first row, and this is the second row in the palette. This is starting at the top left of the palette. This one is Autumn Blonde. A nice, well, it's not really matte. It does have some glitter in it, but it looks kind of satiny, but I do notice some little glitter particles or something when I put it on my eyes. I've tried to use this as a brow bone highlight. It works, but I wish it were matte, like without that kind of whatever that little shimmer is in it. This one is Toasted Nut, a really pretty kind of golden color. This one is Marsala Matte, a really pretty Marsala color. The next one is Marsala Satin. So you can see it's just slightly more of a sheen to that one. Then we have Shifting Sand and Cocoa Brown. Cocoa Brown is a really pretty matte brown color. I do have that in my outer corner today, so you can kind of see my eye look. Just really, really pretty. Then we've got the next row starting down here. So this is the second row, far left, starting there. So that first one is Burrow, B-U-R-R-O, Burrow. The next one there, that kind of taupey color, is Deep Taupe. It's definitely a cool tone brown. So it's almost gray, really, once I get it on my skin. The next one is Marsala Metallic. Marsala Metallic. I kind of said that funny. Marsala Metallic. Marsala Metallic, yeah. Marsala Metallic and Marsala Glitter is the next one. Marsala Glitter is very chunky. Like I noticed every time I went to swatch it or use it, it really has a lot of fallout. So you kind of have to watch that one. It's a pretty color, but it's kind of a chunky, sort of a gritty shadow. Then we have Kelp and Dusty Olive. I really like Kelp, and then Dusty Olive is just a really pretty green. I forgot to mention about this one. This one is beautiful on the lid. I've used that one several times and I really do enjoy it. That shifting sand is really pretty. So there are the first 2 rows, and now we'll get into the second 2. Okay, now we're on the 3rd row of the palette. This is the far left. This one is Desert Mist, Butter Rum, Macaroon. I've used that one pretty much every time I grab for this palette. I use this as a transition color. Really, really pretty. Not very far off from my skin tone color though, so I usually mix it with something else. And then this one right here is Chutney, a really pretty warm brown, pretty much an orange. I really like that one. This one is Nimbus Cloud. Yeah, Nimbus Cloud, and then we have Moonlight Blue. Both really pretty kind of metallic shades there. That silvery color is really pretty. Now we're on the bottom row. This is the far left. So that one is Carib Brown, Bracken. Then we've got Russet, Hot Chocolate, Castor Gray. This one's Castor Gray. And this final one there is Red Mahogany. I love that last row. All such dark, beautiful colors. Goodness. I really, really enjoy that last row. And this one right here I feel like is so fun. Really close to MAC's Blue Brown Pigment. Love it. So I just really like this palette. Seems to have a really good arrangement of different finishes. So they've got mattes, they've got shimmers, they've got metallics. Just a really nice collection of different finishes in this palette. Okay, I put it back in its box so I wouldn't blind you. But as far as the formula goes on these shadows, I really do like them. They're very pigmented, they blend really well. I do notice a softness with some of these shadows that they tend to pick up a lot of product, kind of has some fallout, so you kind of have to watch for that a little bit. And some of them have a softness almost towards the Lorac Pro shadows, but I don't notice the overblending problem that I have with those palettes with this palette. I notice that I'm able to create looks that I really am happy with this palette. So I really do like it a lot. I like the colors that they picked for it. You know, I noticed some kind of similarities between this one and the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. Not a ton, but it's kind of that idea of some warm tones in there, those kind of orangey, coppery sort of colors, and then that blue thrown in. I just kind of see some similarities. So if you're trying to maybe be good and pick between the two, you know, I think that you don't necessarily need both of them. Which one do I like better? I don't know. I like the packaging of the semi-sweet, but I like the assortment of colors in this one. You have more options here. So I would just say it's whichever one you like better. But I think the palette's definitely a win. I think it's a good value and I'm really enjoying it. Okay, now for the blush palette. So this is what the outside packaging looks like on this one. Same idea as the eyeshadow palette. I'm not going to take it out and show you because it's that same super reflective rose gold. Really pretty. Just picks up every single fingerprint and it's crazy reflective. So the price of this palette is $28 and you get one blush that's 4.8 grams and two blushes that are 2.9 grams. So a really nice amount of product in this one. Let me open it up and show you the colors inside. So here's what we've got. So the first one here is Marsala. This one is Coral Pink. And then this is Spanish Villa, which I think I heard somebody say is the same highlighter as the blush palette from the Radiant Orchid collection last year, which is really cool because this is a really beautiful highlight. So I really like the colors that they picked in this one. Just really pretty, and I like that you've got kind of everything in one here. You've got the darker tone, you've got a really fun lighter color, and then a really beautiful highlight, and they all swatch beautifully. Okay, here's Marsala, and you can see this one packs a major punch. I don't have any complaints about the formula or anything. It's really a nice blush. It's just really dark and really bright, so I have to be super light-handed with this one. This one's Coral Pink. This is my favorite for sure because it's a very kind of neutral coral. It's almost a nude with a little bit of coral and a little bit of pink in it. I love it. I love wearing this one with a little touch of this on top of it. It's really pretty. And then we've got Spanish Villa, I mean, do I even need to say anything about that highlight? It's incredible. It is so pretty. So what I've been doing is putting on Coral Pink as my blush, a little touch of Marsala, and then the Spanish Villa as my highlight. That's what I've got going today, and I really, really love it. They're beautiful together, but there's no way I could wear this by itself full on. I would look like a clown. That would not work. So yeah, the blush palette is a total win. I would say if you're trying to be really good and just pick out one thing from the collection, at least of the 3 things that I picked up, that one's definitely my favorite. I love the blush palette. So now onto the lipstick. This is what it looks like. It's really cute. It's kind of like suspended in the packaging. Same kind of reflective sort of a look to it. I just really love the packaging. I think they did a great job of making it look very special and fun and still have that kind of Marsala theme to it. So let me take it out and show you some swatches. Okay, so here it is swatched. So you can see it's a pretty dark color. And on my lips right now, I've had this on for several hours, so it's kind of worn off a little bit, and that's when I really enjoy it more, because when I first apply it, it's just a little bit too dark for my preferences, so I'll either blot it or put something else over it, or just kind of, I have to kind of work with it a little bit. So I wouldn't say that I'm in love with this. It's still nice, but it's not like a must-have. Another complaint is it smells like old lipstick. I don't know what it is about it, but it's not horrible, because you guys know I'm super sensitive to smells. It's really not horrible, and I really can't smell it once I get it on my lips, but it just smells like old lipstick. I don't know, what's going on with it or what's wrong, but it smells like old lipstick. So I wanted to compare it with a couple of other lipsticks that I have in my collection. So the first one is Maybelline's Touch of Spice. So I wanted to see if that is similar. Obviously this one is, well actually this is supposed to be a matte too, but it looks more cream. This one definitely looks more matte. It looks like it has more pink in it, so you can kind of compare those two. So they do not look, I mean they're similar. It's that same kind of idea, but it's not an exact dupe. You guys know I'm really picky about saying something's a dupe. But I would say if you're trying to get the same kind of idea, they're really darn close. And then this one is $19.95 from Gerard Cosmetics. So this one down here is Gerard Cosmetics $19.95. I said that really funny, Gerard. There's Gerard Cosmetics $19.95. This one looks closer because it has more brown in it. That kind of like reddish brown sort of a color, which is definitely more Marsala. So yeah, I would say if you're looking for dupes for these, the lipstick is $18. This is $19 regular price, but the Maybelline Touch of Spice is like $5.50. So if you're trying to maybe skip on the lipstick, especially since it kind of doesn't smell that great, and I don't know, it's kind of like, do you think it's worth it? It's up to you. But I think that those are definitely some options for you there. Okay guys, so that's my little review and swatches video on the Sephora and Pantone Universe Marsala collection. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful for you. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and let me know what you think about this collection. What are your favorite products from it? What have you picked up? What do you think about it? If you have the little cheek gelée, cheek multiple thing, let me know what you think about it. That's the only other thing that I'm really kind of itching to get, but I'm trying to be good. But if you have it, let me know what you think about it. Ask me any questions that you have down below. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video.